Alright guys, for the sake of the video and for the sake of focusing, I'm having some focusing issues tonight. Not a huge deal, but a deal nonetheless. And what's ultimately going on is that I've unboxed everything already. Here's the actual packaging, all done. Here's the top portion of the packaging and shows suction cup, GoPro, be a hero, yada yada yada. On the back it has things that you might or might not need to know about this actual product, and you can read along and read here. Basically it says it'll attach to almost anything, and it is speed tested up to about 150 miles an hour, which ain't bad. As we go back over to the actual mounts themselves, you see the actual base, and it's got a very large suction on it, which is really nice as compared to the other one, which I'll show you in a second. It's like 2 to 1 large, and it came with some mounting hardware, which is also very nice. Once you unscrew this big screw, you can pop this guy off, and you can start to attach other pieces as needed. And it goes, the pieces go on both ways, which is very nice. I'm just trying to see how in the heck I'm going to use this for my specific setup. But basically what you would do is, if you had something to attach it to, I don't think it'll stick to this surface. It kind of does actually, it's pretty good. But there is a button on here that says press, and what you are supposed to do is press down to get all the air out, and then you snap it closed and it locks. And the other one wouldn't even stick to this surface, and this one kind of does, so that gives me good vibes. But yeah, you can configure this thing in a multitude of ways. It's really up to what your needs are. It does have the GoPro branding on the bottom of it, which is nice as well. This arm will go on a couple of different ways, and you basically line up the screws with it. And once you can feed a screw through, it'll snap in. You use the actual nut, and you turn it on, lefty loosey, righty tighty, and you should be good to go. And it should lock into place pretty firm and pretty consistent. Then you have the option to play with whatever you think you might need. So I can bring in the other mount now, and this is the Smatry mount, I guess is the best way to say it, and it's no contest. It just is not nearly as meaty as this one. One thing I am a bit bummed out about, at least the Smatry mount came with one of these screws. This one, it came with one, but it's the shorter of the screws, and I guess that's okay, but I would have liked it another long one to kind of go with the short one. But you know, it is what it is. And I'll sit them on the table. You can see the height difference. I'm gonna have to actually add a secondary attachment to this thing, and then actually put the camera on. And I'm gonna have to use it much like I did the Smatry. So what I'm going to do is do this. Let me mod this thing out, guys, and then I'll show you what the end result is going to look like. Alright guys, so check it out. I've got it set up. This is how, my hands to glass, this is how it will sit in our car as we do the Tech Ride Home videos and anything else that I want to do. And I can adjust it, but it gives me a nice pivot point at the bottom. It also gives me one at the side. So I have some options here, which is nice. And you've got one bolt there, one bolt here, and you've got the massive suction cup at the bottom. When you look at the two suction cups side by side, there's no contest. This other one completely swallows the Smatry one. And this is a decent mount, but at the end of the day, I paid 10 bucks for it. You pay for what you get. This one runs about $39.99. It's actually on sale right now at Best Buy for $25.99 or $24.99. I can't remember. I'll post, but altogether I paid under $30. So it's a no duh purchase when you pay that small amount of money for it. And you know, I can tell you right off, we'll try it tomorrow with the video, but if first impressions are any indicator, I like the way that this clasp works better, And I'll zoom in to kind of show you guys more of what I'm talking about. That clasp works really good, and it's got a nice snap up and down. It's got a push button there to push all the air out, then snap down. It's just a very nice setup as compared to the smaller of the two. And it's got a push button on top to kind of push out the air, but it's just not the same. And again, you pay for what you get. One thing I do like about this one better is I like having this extra little bit of area of space to put my thumb on, of real estate rather. And then I like this extra little tab here to pull it off the windshield. On the GoPro version, that tab is very tiny, so you gotta really get in there. I have to get my little girl or somebody to pull it out because it's gonna be tight getting it in and out. But overall, I'm very happy with how sturdy this thing is and how it sits up as compared to the other one. I mean, when you look at them side by side, no competition. And for 10 more bucks, like I said, 15 more dollars realistically, you can't go wrong. So yeah, guys, that was my quick video. And when I say quick, under 10 minutes of the suction cup mount from GoPro. That's all I got. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.